welcoming to the show, Mr. Mark Cordes.
Wow. That was unbelievable. That was so unexpected. It was beautiful. And here we are this morning at EVIT, the East Valley Institute of Technology. Give them a round of applause for sponsoring this. We are in the beautiful auditorium here. I don't know, what is this auditorium called? Auditorium. With hundreds, maybe 300-400 people here. So this is great. Shh, they're watching at home. They don't know. You too can be a part of the live studio audience. Once a month we do this, except for next month because of Veterans Day. But come see us in December. Come to Mesa Morning Live. This is what we like to do. It's a great way to get up in the morning, get plugged in. The world belongs to people that show up. And look at these folks here. This is awesome. Right off the bat, let me say this. If those of you that are here, if you'll turn off or silence your cell phone, now would be a perfect time for that. If your phone goes off during the show today, we'll consider that a $20 donation to the United Food Bank. So you can either turn your phone off now or leave it on and know that you're contributing to people that need your help. So thanks for that. Let's acknowledge a few sponsors, our behind-the-scenes sponsors, including Alpha Graphics, Gateway Bank, Yvonne Martinez Photography, Cobblestone Auto Spa, and the International Minute Press. Breakfast today was provided by the Village Inn, the VI. Did you enjoy breakfast? Yeah. And good coffee, by the way, which I'm going to be drinking pots of that today. It was a short night and thanks to all the people at the Mesa Chamber that came out to my little goofy little show last night at the Mesa Arts Center. It was fun. I've got a one-man show called The Spouse Whisperer, and I was at the Mesa Arts Center. I'll be there tonight, tomorrow, and also Sunday afternoon. If you want to see something fun, come out and have some laughs. And thanks for bless you, whoever sneezed. And thanks for all those that attended last night. And thanks to Mayor Giles for coming and being the big VIP that kicked the whole thing off. That was awesome. Those of you that don't know, whenever I can't be here, which is quite often, Mayor Giles fills in for me and does a great job. And in the next 6 months or so, within the next 6 months, Sally, I want to take a day where I fill in for the mayor. I want to be the mayor for a day, and you people are going to love it. You're not going to believe the executive orders I issue. It's going to be everybody. If you're a Mesa Chamber member, you get to drive in the carpool lane. No repercussions, I promise. So turn off your cell phones. On your way out, by the way, pick up your little goodie bag. It's full of fun stuff that other Mesa Chamber members have donated. If you'd like to donate something to the goodie bag, talk to Sally or Bob or any of the folks that are out there at the table. We got an action-packed show today. I can't even believe we got 11 pages of goodies. So let's dig right into this. Our first segment is this is sponsored, by the way, let me see, sponsored by EVIT. Okay, I was all confused. I'm operating on zero sleep. Coffee. This is sponsored by EVIT. Please welcome to the stage our special guests, Rhonda Shumway-Doolin and Larry Johnson from EVIT. Right up here. Come on up, folks. Welcome. I'm guessing you're Rhonda?
I'm Rhonda.
Yeah, because I know Larry, and in all the world, there's only one Larry Johnson. It's a common name, but a very uncommon man.
And that's a fortunate thing for the world.
Yes, it is. Well, welcome to the show. Tell us what's going on at EVIT. What a beautiful, does this have a official name? Is it just?
I really don't know. I've always called it just the EVIT Auditorium.
It's a beautiful venue. It's a great place.
Really nice.
And the whole campus is pretty amazing. So tell us a little bit about what's going on at EVIT.
Lots of things are going on at EVIT all the time. So for those who don't know, EVIT is a joint technological district. So we service the East Valley schools. So about 11 different school districts, over 55 different high schools. Students have the opportunity to come to EVIT as well as adult students.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. So if somebody's going to school, like give me a high school that's tight.
Can I choose my kid's school? Mountain View.
Okay.
I'm going to choose Mountain View High School. Go Toros.
So you're a student at Mountain View and you decide, you know what, I'm kind of interested in programs that EVIT offers. How do they audition?
I wish they would audition. That would be fun. No, so if a student is interested in attending EVIT, they typically come their junior and senior year to EVIT campus, this one of the main campuses. And they can do it in a variety of different areas, everything from construction to health to cosmetology, auto mechanic, multitude of different areas that might interest them. And they spend half the day at their home high school and then half the day here at the EVIT campus.
Oh, okay, so it's not a full-time.
It's not full-time, and that's usually their junior and senior year.
Oh, that's very cool. And so what is your role? What do you folks do with EVIT?
Well, we're currently serving on the board, the governing board for the EVIT district. We actually have 4 primary campuses, and again, welcome to our main campus here in Mesa, downtown Mesa on Main Street. We also have our East Campus located on Power Road next to the ASU Polytech, and I saw Susan from ASU Poly here. And we also have 2 other schools that operate our programs, and that is the Fountain Hills and Apache Junction locations.
That's great. Well, how's enrollment for EVIT this year?
Fantastic. We're actually up about 10% this year alone. So the programs are growing, and the nice thing is the evolution of career and technical education and the way we're able to accommodate the needs and of the employers. The reason I got involved with this is because I talked as a chamber director, I interacted with many businesses that struggled with, of course, workforce development. And the programs offered here at EVIT create almost an immediate conduit for students to transition into the fields. And actually they can either go directly into the fields, or they can, of course, continue on to higher education, which about 2 out of 3 students that currently attend the district or the school, they actually move on to higher education.
That's awesome. Now, what's the graduation rate? Do they track that?
98%.
98%.
Yeah, that's fantastic here.
Wow.
You'll actually see the graduation rates for students who attend CT classes, even at the high school level, their graduation rates are significantly higher. So it's great to get those kids involved at a young level, or a younger age rather, and get them engaged in career and technical education. It's just fantastic to be part of a program that actually offers students the things that we were fortunate enough to be able to take as we were going through school. Things like auto mechanics and welding and woodworking. Honestly, there isn't a 6-month period that I go through myself without utilizing some of the skills that I learned back in high school. And again, and self-accomplishment, and just a lot of great benefits from these programs.
That is awesome. Really, I mean, not to take a shot at regular education, but we don't do a very good job of training for the real world. I think back what I learned in high school. Why didn't I learn how to do like taxes and stuff? Because
I wish I learned how to do taxes.
yeah, because it's every April when parallelogram season rolls around. Nice that I know how to find the area of a square.
Super helpful.
Yeah, it really helps. Well, that's awesome, and it only makes sense that if students can pick what they're interested in, they're going to engage more and be more interested and graduate at a higher rate. That's awesome. And I know we also have some chamber members that are plugged in from the employer side of this. Can you care to maybe share a little bit of an example of that, or? I know Rolf's, for example.
Rolf's is definitely involved. We actually have several businesses, including, trucking, a few of the trucking industries. We have some new partners with, you've heard of Waymo. There are some projects going on campus here in conjunction with Waymo. There's really, if you think about anything related to career and technical education, there are ample opportunities to partner with a wide array of businesses, and that's part of what the objective is here for our board and the organization, is to connect and create even greater and stronger partnerships moving forward, so we can serve more of our employers here in the East Valley, making these students immediately employable upon graduation.
That's awesome. And you said something earlier, and it's open to adults also.
Yes, that's one of my passions, is adult education, as well as the high school. EVIT offers those adult classes. We have a lot of students who come back and take cosmetology, or we actually have an LPN program here on campus, as well as a Surge Tech program that are adult only. So there's options for the adult learners to come back and get a skill and get an education that allows them to be right in the workforce and helping out their families, which in turn helps out the community. As a nurse, I'm very passionate about healthcare, and I love that we're meeting that need as it becomes more and more of a problem as we move forward in our community of having enough healthcare workers.
That's awesome. So any age?
Any age. We'll take you. You want to enroll?
I want to learn how to be a welder. Oh. And I'm not even kidding about this. I've always wanted to do it. And and maybe it's just the fancy headgear, but over the years, a lot of women I've met have said I would look more attractive under one of those big welding helmets.
You wouldn't have to do your hair.
Yeah, well, yeah, thank you. It takes me hours. This is actually a toupee. This is how bald I am. Well, you guys, I appreciate what you're doing. I know it's something you're really passionate about. I know that, and Larry, you've expressed that to me in the past. Thanks for what you're doing, and thanks for looking ahead. Future generations are going to be more plugged into what they really want to be and what they really want to do with their life. And boy, when you find that out at a young age, you get a huge advantage. So, well, thank you so much for coming in. Anything else you'd like to share? Any quick questions? All right. Anybody else want to sign up? Welding class with me? Come on. Cosmetology? Anybody? I might do both. Thanks for coming, Rhonda and Larry. Thank you so much for spending your morning with us. How about a big round of applause? Thanks, guys. Oh, hang on.
There is one thing that I wanted to mention. If you haven't had the chance to see The Spouse Whisperer, please go down to the Mesa Art Center and check that show out. It's fantastic. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, thanks, man. And that was totally unsolicited. You're the man.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Watch your step. That's pretty tricky there. Thank you so much. Oh, here we go. Okay. My fly is down? No, that's not what it says. I have no idea how am I supposed to do this, Bob? This is why we have rehearsal. Switch page 3-4 in script, page 4 first. All right. We'll edit this out. Nobody will know. It's time to go to page 4, evidently. This is our segment, Community Spotlight, and this is exciting. I'm looking forward to this. Please welcome to the stage our commander of the Buffalo Soldiers of Arizona Territory. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Fred Marable. This is sponsored by Gateway Bank, by the way. Fred and his lovely wife, Michelle. Fred and Michelle, come on up. Michelle and Fred, thank you so much for being here. And sorry we threw you a curveball. Did you have to get out of here? Is that why we introduced you first?
No.
Okay, good.
We're fine.
We don't want you in a hurry. Thank you so much for being here. Wow, you guys definitely look great. Tell us a little bit about the Buffalo Soldiers and what you guys are doing.
Well, first of all, let me give you a little bit about myself, because I know you're probably going to ask about me.
Absolutely, man. You've read page 4, haven't you, Fred?
Again, my name is Commander Marable. One of the things that maybe you might want to talk to me about is I was inducted into the Hall of Fame, Veterans Hall of Fame, on October 28th, 2016. That was one of the highlights of my life, and we are out in the public trying to get a monument built at Wesley Bowling Plaza, and we're in the process of fundraising now, getting that monument erected. This is something that we're very, very passionate about to get done, and we're asking all Arizonians, please, please be a part of this, because this is history being made, and this is something that Arizona can really be proud of.
That's awesome. Well, first of all, congratulations on your honor of being in the Veterans Hall of Fame. That's very cool. What branch of military were you in?
One of the best, the Army.
Well, thank you so much for your service. And so tell us, I'm looking over here. I know this is where the Wesley Bowling Plaza. This is where you want the monument to go to. Tell us a little bit about that and what we can do to help.
Well, this monument, as I said, these are men. Let me give you just a little bit of history about the Buffalo Soldiers, just a little brief history. These men were colored soldiers that went into the military during the Civil War. Now, during the Civil War, they fought, you had colored soldiers on the south and on the north. And after the Civil War ended, they sent them out west to fight in the Indian campaign. And this is where they got their name, Buffalo Soldiers. Now, they did a 500-mile tour starting out of Louisiana, coming around the rim of Arizona, which they mapped out your major highways that you ride on today. They protected the gold mines, the silver mines, the railroad, the settlers that came from the east to the west. But they had a fierce battle that they fought with the Cheyenne Indians, who they got their name from. Now, this battle fought with these Indians. They was fighting, and they had never seen anybody fight like these guys. These guys stepped out of their saddles, fought these Indians toe-to-toe, and they said, who is this that they sent west to fight us? We've never seen anybody fight like this. So the Indian looked over at the buffalo and said, well, the buffalo's black. Well, he's black. His hair is curly and black. His hair is curly and black, and his eyes are brown, and the buffalo eyes is brown. So when you wound the buffalo, he's a savage beast, and when you wound one of them, they're a savage beast because they don't stop until you kill them. So the Indians first called them wild buffalo, and the name went on down through time all the way up to during conflict. They started calling all the colored soldiers that went into the military Buffalo Soldiers.
Oh, that's awesome. And of course, we've all heard the song, which now is stuck in my head.
Correct.
The Bob Marley Buffalo Soldiers. What a great song that is. And wow, that's fascinating. I did not know the history of the Buffalo Soldiers. Is this authentic? I don't know if that's probably not right. Is this accurate to the uniforms of
Yes,
the?
it is.
Yes,
this
it
is. This is wool. We wear these uniforms. We've worn it out, and since we've been doing this in the heat, 118 degrees, because we do the same thing as what the Buffalo Soldiers did back then. They did not retreat from anything, so we don't retreat from anything. We have a goal that we have to set, that we want to get this monument put in place. And I'll say again, to each and every one here, and to you also, sir, that this is a mission that we cannot return and back off of. We have to put this in place because guess what? These men are responsible for where we're sitting here right now. Because if you look, we got electricity, we've got houses, we got cars. Just think about if our forefathers wouldn't have come along, if the Indian would have wiped them all out, where would we be at today? Would we be still in the Stone Age? I think we would. So we're very proud of these men. And
So what is your monetary goal? How much money do we need? If we passed the hat today and collected, how much money would we need to do that?
Well, we need to raise $440,000. The monument is 200. The monument.
Divided by, yeah.
The monument is 251,000. Based on that, we need a contract, an in-kind donation. If the in-kind donation come in, that would take care of that 147,000. So it would still leave the monument at 251,000. The Department of Administration is asking for 10% of that, which brought it to 40,000. So that's how we got the goal of 440,000. But the monument is 251,000.
That's awesome. And you
Yes.
want to do that. What's the location of Wesley Boland Plaza?
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm. That's great. What kind of events are you doing to raise money other than just making it aware to the public?
We're doing a lot of campaigning. Every month we out by at least 20 times. So we are quite busy. We also do Buffalo Soldier presentation. We get ready for the East Valley Veteran Parade with horses and wagon again. So that's how we get the information out there.
That's awesome. Well, this segment is sponsored by Gateway Bank. Have you thought about maybe hitting them up?
I sure am.
I know a couple of guys.
We are friends.
Yeah, we got. Well, I know you're dedicated. Anybody that's out, and those don't look like the most breathable wool outfits to wear in the middle of the summer in Phoenix, Arizona. So,
well, we would like for you to wear one, sir. You would look stunning.
I would look stunning. I will wear it if I look. Now, would it go with a welding helmet?
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be a welder. I'm going to be the Buffalo welder. I got that song stuck in my head. Well, that is great. Thank you for thanks for giving us a brief history about this. And now, what can people do other than to hand you cash or write you a check? Spread the word, get the word out.
Yes.
Yes, we do have a website. You could go online. We do have a PayPal account. You could write a check to the organization. We are 501 federal tax exempt, so it's a tax write-off. Please spread the words. If you have a business card, please pass that to me. I will put you in our database and send you an email blast based on the flyer. You go ahead and pass it on to others. Social media is very important to us.
That's awesome. Are you going to stick around after the show and people can ask you questions?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. And yeah, boy, Buffalo Soldiers, we've come a long way, haven't we? From
Yes.
Now, Buffalo Soldiers probably have Twitter.
Can I say one more thing?
Sure.
Ladies, I am your first female Buffalo Soldier of 1866. Kathy Williams will be placed at the monument. That's her sitting there. Please share that with little girls and ladies. We are being recognized as women of 1866.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
One last thing, gentlemen, that was not meant for you. What was really illustrated there was letting you know women are the boss in the house. Get ready to put on aprons when you get home and get the suds going.
That's awesome. Well, we thank you both for being here. Thanks for making us aware of the history of the Buffalo Soldiers, and stick around, answer some questions, and boy, let's get the word out. Let's raise that. Let's
Appreciate that.
Let's make something else to be proud of in downtown Phoenix. That would be awesome.
Right, what's so awesome about it, we are the first Buffalo Soldier in the East Valley, so we are making history for Mesa.
Oh, okay, yeah. Let's keep Mesa in this. Thank you very much. Thank you. How about a big round of applause for our Buffalo Soldiers?
Thank you. Thank you.
Fred and Michelle, thank you so much. All right, now. Oh, that's the song. Buffalo Welder. I've got this fixation now. All right, now we're going to go back to page 3 for those of you keeping score at home. Every month we like to showcase a mystery guest. And how can you be the mystery guest? All you got to do is bring more people than anybody else to Mesa Morning Live. This is a segment, let's see, today our mystery guest is the Mesa Leadership Class President. Please welcome Mr. Andy Alonzo. Andy, come on up. Welcome, sir. Good to have you here. I'm good.
Okay. And Susan.
And Susan, thank you.
Got something for you. I'll be right back.
You got something for me?
Yes, I'll be right back.
Well, by all means, let's... By the way, if you'd like to be on Mesa Morning Live, it helps if you bribe me and bring stuff. Oh, look at this.
This is our wonderful class of 2020.
Awesome.
That's for you.
That's for me? Oh,
Yeah.
That is great. And I'll just tell my wife that I stopped off and got that for her.
There you go.
I'm noticing that your desk looks more beautiful now.
It
It's
does.
been beautified.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I would look stunning in a Buffalo Soldier outfit, I've been told. So, well, welcome. Tell us what Mesa Leadership, Andy and Susan.
Susan.
Okay, I didn't have your name on here, Susan. Tell us what you guys do and who all these fine people are.
Okay, well, Mesa Leadership is as the name says, a leadership course. It's sponsored by the Mesa Chamber of Commerce. It's here in the city of Mesa, and it's a program that actually is from the city of Mesa, from the community of Mesa, and it's a representation of all the different people from Mesa. We have people in the program that are from Salt River Project, Mesa Police Department, private organizations, government entities, all that. So it's a cross-section of the community makes up the class in Mesa Leadership.
I'm looking at your badge. It says you're the class of 2000?
2020, yep.
Oh, 2020, okay.
Yeah.
I can't see that far because that would be 2020 vision.
Yeah.
The best I had off the cuff.
Yeah.
So the class of 2020, so
of 2020.
did you go to Mesa Leadership? Are you a graduate of that?
Actually, we're in Mesa Leadership right now, so we are the class of 2020,
Okay.
the best class ever.
Best.
Right? Best class ever.
Any disagreement with any
We may have a couple
previous?
back there.
Yeah,
19? We're going way back
way back.
to this year. Sally, what year were you? 10. You were 2010. That's awesome. Yeah. Did Sally graduate? Do we have paperwork to prove that?
We could probably get those right.
You should probably graduate. That's awesome. Well, you can see that a lot of people are fired up about this.
Yeah.
Why?
So, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, so in addition to learning about the community, each class chooses a project to do for the year. And usually it's generally a 501c3, someone that needs some help. And our class this year chose Paz de Cristo as our project that we're working on the entire time that we're in this course.
Wow, what a great project. I know they're super. Tell everybody that's not aware of Paz
I
de
keep
Cristo.
stumbling over you.
No. This
This
is spontaneous.
So what we're going to do for pods, if anyone has driven by there, we know the wonderful things that they do on the inside, but on the outside it can use a little bit of help and a facelift. On the outside they have their wall and just dirt and a sidewalk. So the same way Andy beautified your desk with a flower, we want to beautify the outside of Paz de Cristo by doing landscaping, rocks, boulders, cactus, make it all look beautiful and Arizona landscaped.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Ed, did I hear something?
I think I heard a donation.
I
for
heard a
food
donation.
bank. Yeah.
That sounded like $20 from somebody. Fess up or it's 30. All right, it was somewhere over here. I got my rabbit ears going here. So, by the way, tell everybody where Paz de Cristo is, physical location.
It's Broadway and Country Club, right? Where Country Club just runs right.
And so you're going to beautify that and make it
Make
look
it
as great on the
gorgeous.
outside as it is on the inside.
Absolutely. And the other piece of it is that they don't have a security system with cameras. And so Andy has been looking at that piece of it. You can tell him a little more about that.
Yeah, we had met with the.
I keep hearing there's another 20. That's all right. We're very forgiving here. Just show us a 20. I know you're good for it. That's awesome. Nothing like embarrassing people here. So tell us, Andy, are you checking into the security part of this?
Yeah, so when we met with, when we decided to do the project with Paz de Cristo, we met with the director there, Arland. I think everybody probably knows Arland as we've gone through our tours and talked to different people in the community. Every time we mention Paz de Cristo and Arland, it seems everybody knows this man. So one of the things that he was hoping and asking that we could do for him is to install some type of security system on the facility. And so we were happy to oblige him, and so we're actually gonna look into doing that for him as part of our project.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Everything requires funds, so people need to, you're always looking for contributions, I'm sure.
I'm glad you said that, so.
How can people help?
Well, there's all sorts of ways we could help. I hear so much
Hang
money
on.
pouring in for
That's
United
awesome.
Food Bank today. That's
I think you made another
awesome.
20 over there.
That's,
So those of you that aren't donated to United Food Bank today with your cell phones, the rest of you can donate to Paz de Cristo. We're going to be sending out information both through Facebook
Right.
and hopefully pushing it out through Chamber. We're going to be working on this for the next several months. We need cash donations, and we could also use in-kind donations for additional plants and the cameras and all the kind of things that we're going to get for them. We'll have several different fundraising things coming up, both online and corporate donations, as well as a fun casino night that we have planned coming up next year. And
that's awesome.
So you can reach us at our website, Mesa Leadership 2020.org, and of course through the Mesa Chamber of Commerce, we'll have a link there so that people can go there and read a little bit about what we're going to be doing and then donate.
Well, if this is representative of the class that you guys have, I have no doubt you'll achieve your goal. Thanks for making Mesa ever better. You know, it's a great place to live, and thanks for all your help.
Well, thank you.
Any last things to impart? Any words? Would it help if I donated this back to you?
No,
if
that's
you have to
for,
keep it alive.
yeah, keep it alive.
Well, I'll keep it alive. I'll put it on a drip system.
Yeah.
Well, just one note is that they serve 50,000 meals a month, and
Wow.
what a place that is so deserving of
Right.
help from the community. So we want to be
50,000 meals a month.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely
It was interesting
incredible.
because, as I said, I worked for the police department, been with the department for about 28 years now, and I've driven by Paws many times and have gone there on different calls and things, but never really looked into what actually they do. They do a lot of great things. They have meals is just one of their things they do, but they have a job sharing program. They have outreach, utilities assistance, transportation. They have a whole plethora of different things that they do for the community. So it's a good cause. It's a great cause, and so we're hoping that everybody
That's awesome.
Reaches into their pockets, reaches into their hearts, and does right by Mesa and
That's
help
awesome.
this community-based.
Are you in the police
organization.
department now?
Yes.
Oh, I had no idea. See, it's always good to, I always try and make friends with local police department. Do you have a business card on you?
It cost you $100 for a donation.
A lot of people would call that bribery. I wouldn't.
I said donation.
I just like to always keep prominent people's business cards in my car, and that way, if I ever bump into somebody else at a parking lot, I just put your card under the windshield wiper.
Gotcha.
And
People think I'm leaving my contact information, and then you get a phone call. And if you're any good, you talk your way out of it.
Fresh out of cards. I'm sorry. I don't.
Hey, on a serious note, thank you so much for what you do. Thanks for Paz de Cristo. What a great cause, and let's make it beautiful.
Well,
Thanks.
thank
How about
you.
a big round of applause
Thank
for
you.
Andy and Susan? Thanks, guys. Thank you so much. Watch your step on the way out. That's great. All right, hey folks, we like to do a silly little fun top 10 every month. This month's top 10, kind of timely with Halloween. Halloween's coming, 20 days? And this year we could assault you with bad costumes, but we decided to take it a step further. This is the top 10 pet costumes. So if you look at your screen, you'll see some adorable, maybe, pet costumes. Let's go with number 10. Top 10 pet costume. I have no idea what that is. That is some kind of, yeah, I know, but it's what is that, a greyhound? Greyhound, Star Wars-ish kind of, okay, that's pretty cool. Number 9, top 10 pet costume. That is the Doberman Batman and Robin. Always a big hit. Number 8. That's 3 of the ladies from The View. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. Oh, my fault. That is not. That's 3 cute little corgis or whatever. I know, I'm an idiot. Number 7. Thank you. Thank you very much. Number 6, pet costumes. Oh, that's awesome. Little cauldron action there. Number 5, top 10 pet costume. I think that's one dog. I'm not sure. That is hilarious and yet wrong. The number 4 top pet costume. That's a cry for help there. Is that Wonder Woman? What is that? That is? Okay. Number 3, I think that's the Cat in the Hat. That's kind of cute. That's a Dr. Seuss-y looking thing. The number 2 pet costume, that dog is pooped. Thank you for poo. Thank you. That is way too much honey. And the number 1, my favorite, the number 1 pet costume is, he ain't nothing but a hound dog. How about a big round of applause for the top 10 Halloween pet costume? That is awesome hair on that number 1. How did they do that? All right, we'll get, if you go to EVIT and learn cosmetology, you can make your dog look like that. All right, hey folks, now it's time for our fun little segment. This is This Day in Mesa Morning Live. We're going to test your knowledge of Mesa Morning Live history, past shows. Please join me in welcoming to the stage this segment sponsor of Honor Health. Please welcome to the stage Mr. Jared Langkilde. Jared, come on up. Welcome, sir. Good to have you here. Tell us what's going on at Honor Health.
A lot of health care.
That's I like that. Concise. You're a man of few words, Jared.
Imagine that.
Yeah, that's cool.
So real quickly, I will tell you a little bit about Honor Health because
Please
we're
do.
building a brand new hospital up in North Anthem. So it's our 6th hospital. And we have a comprehensive primary care network throughout the valley. So what makes Honor Health different from every other healthcare system is that we are the only remaining primary community healthcare system in the valley, where we make healthcare personal. So if you want personalized attention, come to Honor Health.
Did you say North Anthem?
North Anthem.
Otherwise known as?
Halfway to Flagstaff. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I didn't even know Anthem had a North. Is there a South Anthem?
You got to make the drive sometime.
Well, I live pretty close to there, but I didn't even know there was a delineation between North and South
It's
Anthem.
crazy.
Yeah, well, the valley's booming.
Yeah.
So, well, cool. Well, so tell us a little bit. Oh, we're going to draw somebody, aren't we?
What do your notes say?
I can just think, all I'm thinking about right now is welding. Jared's got a question related to Mesa Morning Live. We're going to call up an audience member to see if they can answer it. If they do
great.
answer it, Jared, what are they going to win?
Oh, I've got something here.
How many pockets do you have?
Too many. I've got a $50 gift card for Apple.
For what? Apple?
Apple. For the Apple Store.
Yeah, well, like they're going to be in business. I don't think that company's going to make it. You know, own everything. Okay, what I'm going to do is reach in here, and everybody's got a business card in here, and I'm going to reach in, and you know what? I'm going to have you do it because I don't want to be accused of cheating.
But you can't see in this one like you could with the glass.
Well, I know, but in your title it says honor, so.
Well, it's an honor to draw the name then.
Yeah, see? And I have glasses on in case you need them.
All right. You know, it is that season of life now. I'm going out here.
Want me to hold it over here for you?
No, it's, oh, interesting. The Chief Development Officer from the Marks Center, Norm Duvet.
Where's Norm? Oh, I saw him. There he is. Norm, come on over. Now, Jared's going to hand you the microphone.
Likewise, Norm.
And you can get a 30-second commercial to tell everybody who you are and what you do.
So my name is Norm Duvet. I'm with Mark Community Resources, but we are in the process of rebranding to a new name, Copa Health. We bought another organization. I guess we're big now. So we're going to be in the process of rebranding. So if you see Copa Health out there, know that it's Mark Community Resources. We've been in the Mesa area and the state for over 62 years.
That's all. Copa, like the cabana?
It is a Barry Manilow derivative. I mean, a derivative of Maricopa County. Because it's two organizations, Mark Community Resources and Partners in Recovery, that were both founded in Maricopa County, so we came together to create Copa Health.
All right, cool. Now, Norm, are you a regular attendee and viewer of Mesa Morning Live?
I've been here once or twice, yes.
They didn't really answer my question.
It's you know, with all the politics these days, I figure I better.
All right, well, the reason I ask, I'm not trying to be nosy, it's just going to increase your odds of winning if you know the answer to this question. Now, here's the ground rules. You don't have to know, you just have to know somebody that knows.
Okay.
So you can phone a friend, ask somebody in the audience. Now, the caveat
they don't have their
there.
ringers on, though.
What's that?
They don't have their ringers on.
Well, you can. Norm, don't be a problem here. We have other cards we can pull up. You can call on somebody now. By call, I don't mean physically call them, Mr. Literal.
I'm a slow learner.
What you can do is you can ask somebody, but you can't ask anybody that's affiliated with a chamber.
Okay.
And that would include me, and that would be stupid because I wouldn't know the answer anyway.
Sally?
So, You can't ask Sally. You can't ask Bob. All right, now, Jared, give him his question. Keep in mind, it's fun to not know, but it's even more fun to win $50 at the Apple store. So go ahead, Jared. Take it away. I'll shut up.
Okay, now, to be clear, I did not come up with this question.
Way to bail out early, Jared.
But I'm going to help you win this card. All right. Along with everyone else in the audience. So in October 2018, that was 12 months ago. Last year. This time last year. The vice mayor of Mesa at that time, this month, last year, actually finished hosting this show when Mark was not here because he had decided to catch a flight on an Apache helicopter sponsored by a major employer in town for a trip to the moon. That's a clue.
Oh, I see what you did there.
I remember that day I had breakfast with David Luna. So I'm not sure if he has anything to do with it, but yes, I was there when David Luna finished up for you, and I have to tell you, I was a little worried for your job at that time.
This is a good time to hand you the $50 gift card to Apple. Congratulations.
That was fortuitous. Good job. $50 gift card, and thank you, Jared. How about a big round of applause for Jared, and thank you, Honor Health. That was pretty cool. Did you really have breakfast with, or?
At Mesa Morning Live.
That day with David Luna when he finished up the show while I had to go to the airport.
He was standing there, I was eating breakfast.
That was unbelievable. Well, of all the people we could have picked, let's try another person. No, that was awesome. Congratulations. All right, now we've piddled around, we've had a little bit of fun, but now it's time to get to our featured guests. They're here to share the story of the Arizona Coalition for Military Families, which is celebrating a decade of collaboration to build support for all those who serve. Join me in welcoming Colonel Wanda Wright and Director Thomas Winkle. Come on up, Wanda and Thomas. How are you? Wanda, Mark Cordes, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And Thomas, watch your step. Don't take one step back or else you'll be in the front row. Good to have you here. Thanks for being here. Tell us what's going on.
Well, we're here as partners in a larger partnership called Be Connected, which is a suicide prevention program, which we don't really call suicide prevention program, for veterans, service members, and their families.
That's awesome. What a great cause that is. I know that's a huge issue, and I know there are people all around the country trying to tackle that. And
yes.
And thanks for all you do, Thomas.
Yeah. So the director of the Arizona Department of Veteran Services and myself, the director of the Arizona Coalition for Military Families, along with the VA, the governor's office, the National Guard, Tri-West, Access, Arizona's healthcare cost containment system, and a whole host of other organizations decided to team up, this is a couple years ago, and create a cohesive plan that would help address veteran suicide issues. Now, the beauty of this particular program is that we're not trying to necessarily work in the last 10 minutes, the last hour, when people are really in massive crises. We do work in that area, but our goal is to prevent those entirely. So we are working months, years, even decades ahead of time in order to resolve issues for them like housing and spirituality and moral injuries, mental health and finances, and legal issues, in order to be able to make it so that they don't get to the crisis point at all.
Well, there's so many issues that are intertwined there that you've kind of hit on all those. That's awesome. How did this begin?
Well, several years ago now, the Clay Hunt Act was legislated at the federal government level, and it asked the VA to collaborate with the community. And at that time, Thomas and I really had a good discussion about trying to work with the VA as a partner to essentially expand the Clay Hunt Act. And as we were rolling through that, we recognized that the coalition already had experience with the National Guard. And I'll let Thomas talk a little bit about that.
Yeah. So in 2010, the Arizona National Guard had had its highest suicide rate ever. It had been the highest for the preceding several years before that. This was a major issue. So the adjutant general at that time said, let's figure out what to do with this. I think we can resolve this. So we put a whole package of programs together. We did a variety of different things within the Guard and pulled in community members like the VA, but also like Mark Community Resources and all sorts of different organizations around the state, and made it so that we literally stopped suicides for over 36 months, from its highest rate ever to 0 for over 36 months. So essentially what we've tried to do now is recreate that from a statewide level.
And it's important that we're all part of it because as statistics have shown from the CDC and the VA, about 20 veterans die a day.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
But only 6 of them are actually engaged with the VA. So that means 14 of them are in our communities dying. And so it became imperative that the community begin working together to find them and find the resources for them in the early stages, early intervention, to resolve and to reduce suicide.
That's incredible. I'm sure that, you know, after the fact, you always hear people say, wow, I had no idea that.
Right.
What are some of the signs? What are some of the things that we can do as we're working with folks and interacting with folks that we can kind of say, you know, what can we do to bring that number down? That's just unbelievable. 22 a day is too many.
I really appreciate that question. I think, you know, some of the primary things to be aware of when thinking about that is that veterans within the state of Arizona are 3 times more likely to die by suicide. If you are a veteran who is 55 and older, you are 4 times more likely to die by suicide. If you are a female veteran, you are 6 times more likely to die by suicide than someone who is a non-veteran. So by the very nature of an individual being a veteran, you want to have kind of a closer eye on folks. But really the signs that an individual is struggling, we know them. Because if you're talking with a friend or a relative or anyone in the community and they're struggling, here's the beauty of the day and age we live in. There are resources available. So if they're struggling with any issue, we want to be able to get them help. When we do psychological autopsies, one of the things for people who have died by suicide, one of the things that we typically note is that there are 2 major things that people experience: relationship issues and financial issues, or financial issues and relationship issues. So you've got this kind of back and forth issue of things that we can spot. If you know of someone who's struggling in those 2 areas, please get them connected with the Be Connected line. There's help out there.
But even more than that, I just remember being at a veteran service organization that was for Korean veterans, and a lady stood up and said, you know, I asked my neighbor to kind of watch my house, and she went away for a few months and came back and wanted to get to know her neighbor a little bit more, and realized that her neighbor, the husband, was a veteran. And as they had gone to check on the house and do things in it, the lady had given them the food that was left over from before she went on vacation. She gave it to them. And upon her return, the neighbor said, thank you so much for that food. That kept us from having to buy anything for 2 weeks because we had run out of our VA check for that month. Which shows you, if you don't know your neighbors, then you don't know what's happening with them. And so she recognized that and helped them get some of the resources that they needed in order to not have to worry about food for the next coming months. And so Be Connected is a key feature in that within your communities, whether it's your church or you go to your library or you're just your neighbors, get connected with them. You will find out all kinds of things, and you will find out if your neighbors have served in any capacity in the military.
That's heartbreaking. You know, it's amazing, and I'm not too, I have no statistics to back this up. But in this time of where we're all connected electronically, for a lot of people, this is their life, and we're more disconnected from humanity than ever.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're right. You got to get to know people, and you got to interact and make people feel a sense of need and wanted.
Yeah, so the Be Connected has 3 components: call, match, and learn. Call is our call line, and anyone can call it. We've had non-veterans, families, service members. A few months ago, we had a mechanic call on behalf of a veteran who was struggling to try to get their car fixed. Financial issues, And so he called Be Connected and said, hey, can you help this individual finally get their car fixed? So that's the call component. The match component will allow us to match you with resources. So much so that we will offer up navigation. We'll send someone to your house to help you through that. And that has been super helpful with caregivers who are elderly, who are caring for their veteran who is also elderly, to actually have someone come to their home to help them. And then the final piece is learn. We will come to any organization or anyone who wants to be a partner with Be Connected and train you, navigation training, military culture training, Be Connected training, and a myriad of other kinds of training at no cost.
Well, that's important. And I know the East Valley is just a huge population of veterans. And it's such a great place to live, and you know, a lot of people choose to live here. So this is really, Be Connected is huge here. How do people get in touch?
Well, probably the easiest way is to go, just go to the Be Connected website. That's beconnectedaz.org, and I think we've got a graphic for that, and you've got materials with you. That's the easiest way to start getting plugged into that element. We also have a major partnership initiative. This is at no cost to anybody, none of because of our funding streams through the governor's office and all sorts of wonderful organizations, department, we're able to offer up this best practice training that has been done really all around the country, but it started here. And so, but the piece that we're really excited about, and I just have to do a shout out to the Mesa Chamber of Commerce, Sally Harrison, and many others, Natalie with the City of Mesa, the mayor. We are working with you all to have a partner community, and that is a great way that helps televise, it helps advertise what is going on, because the reality is that veterans typically, once they leave the service and they're out of that tight camaraderie that they have there, they lose that, and then they want to gain that back. So they're essentially, in a lot of cases, isolated, but wanting to re-engage with you good folks and others. So we're excited about that. We're looking forward to it, and that's just a couple of the ways you can engage.
Another way is through the Mesa Veterans Center.
That's right.
Yes. It's an awesome organization, and our department has 2 veteran benefit counselors there that will not only support Be Connected, but also will file for disability and pension for our veterans.
So, well, we all know it's an issue, and we all recognize the fact that funds are always at the root of a lot of these problems. What can folks do? Everybody, and by the way, if you're a veteran or watching on TV or you know somebody that needs some help, reach out. There's absolutely no, please do that. We all want to help. How can the folks here today or watching at home, how can we help?
I think one of the major things that we would encourage you to do is to put the telephone number into your phone. It's a really simple thing to do. It's 1-866-427-8387 or for AZ Vets. And that's a great way. All you have to do, you can call on behalf of a veteran. That's a wonderful way to engage. And we're really encouraged by the response that we've had. We're receiving over 1,600 calls a month now.
That's awesome. Hey, technologically, I'm very challenged. Is there any way we can put that phone number up on the screens? Is it up?
Yeah, great.
And before you leave today, put that in your phone. Turn your phone on to do that. Maybe we'll even get a couple more $20 donations. Put that in your phone, and yeah, boy, you know, communication, huge.
It's huge. We are the way to resolve suicide. The way we did it in the Guard, if you break it all down, there were a lot of little factors to it, but it was that one-on-one interaction with people that the veterans trust. They may never come and talk to Wanda or I, but they're talking to you, or they're talking to a friend of yours. So having them engaged and connected with you is really critically important. So we thank you.
And you know what? Just when you see a veteran, you know, and the gentleman that retired had the retired on. When you see there he is. When you see a veteran, thank them for their service. Just a little thing like that could make a huge difference.
Absolutely. Can I tell you one more exciting thing?
Absolutely.
Okay. Mesa Police Department. I just want to give a big shout out to them. All their officers carry the cards, the Be Connected cards, so when they're seeing a veteran that they've interacted with, what a wonderful thing to be able to give them a card to be connected. That makes the police officer's job, we hope, a little bit easier, because then they know that they've got them connected up to the right resources. We're also working with you good folks for around employment issues. We want to see lots of veterans come and serve well in the Mesa Police Department.
Yeah, Mesa Police Department's awesome. I know a big shot there named Andy.
He's a good guy.
I don't have a card. He didn't have any. But I'll make sure you get one. Well, parting words. Anybody? Let's take one question. If anybody's got a question, otherwise, any parting call to action that we could do to help?
Well, I would just say the other call to action would be know your community and know the individuals in it. And so as we, become connected, which is why I love the name of Be Connected, you learn more about people and you can help them if they need it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Are you guys going to stick around afterwards?
Absolutely.
You're the final guest, so you don't have to stick around long. If you've got any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Of all the things we can do, this is hugely important. So thanks for all your help, and let's get that number from 20 is just too many. I like the second number. I like the 0 part of it. Let's get rid of the 2 and just go to 0.
We do.
We agree.
All right.
You're here.
Hey, how about a big round of applause for these folks? Thank you for all you do. Thanks for watch your step on the way down. Don't trip and fall. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Stick around. I want to talk to you. All right, guys, that was fun. Thank you, Wanda, and thank you, Thomas. Yeah, what a great cause. We should all do everything we can. Sorry, I'm a little emotional. I'm thinking about welding. Anyway, we hope you enjoyed this Mesa Morning Live. This is a lot of fun. We like to get everybody up and kick off your day, hopefully on a right note. Good food, good companionship, good networking, and send out good thoughts. Let's make Mesa's already a great place to live. Let's do what we can to make it even better. As I mentioned, because of Veterans Day next month, we won't have a Mesa Morning Live, but we'll be here. No, we won't be here. Where will we be December? We're going to be back at Crescent Crown Distributing, our usual home for Mesa Morning Live, and that will be Friday the 13th. Don't let that deter you. Come. That's usually the day they give away free beer. That's a disclaimer, may not happen. But do come Friday the 13th of December at Crescent Crown. You guys, thanks for everything we do, like I said, to make Mesa. I think the Valley is the best place in the world to live, and I think Mesa is a real special place. So I hope you guys have a great day. Be safe out there and take care. We'll see you. Good night.